Look, you said it. That's
I think I got it. All right. Where did that Okay, hi, my name is Juliana Washington. I am the founder of Youth Growth and Development of Seattle. I have created an extracurricular program within the city of Seattle and Federal Way School District. By doing so, I have created a extracurricular program where they earn community service hours and credits by helping me feed the homeless. We walk from Pioneer Square to the Upper Queen Anne area, passing out sandwiches, toiletries, that the students make, they make handmade goodie bags for the homeless with personalized notes that I create to do as a after school activity for the younger generation of 9 to 12 years old, 12-year-olds, sorry. I also, over the years, I have created a mobile and pickup drop-off center, a system where I am accepting these non-perishable foods, women and children's clothing, toiletries, anything that you think that a woman or a child should need to feel human, like, to get through their day to day, to go to school, to wake up, to have that drive, to do the things that they need to do. So me being a young entrepreneur, I learned that even when waking up and going to school, you want to feel good, you want to look good. Actually, I get what you guys are saying, but he could cut it like he been doing. So why can't you cut it when I'm on flow?
I was just waiting till you
So why
get to
can't
like
you cut it when I'm on flow?
You
Just let it go. It's 2 o'clock. Look what time it is. I'm trying to get this. I'm just saying, it's not about that. I got started. Um, I got started by Uncle Trey. Shit, Uncle Trey and motherfucking Dr. Jewel, stay too. A boyfriend that I was dating. His mother helped me when I was homeless. As well as my mentor coming to my middle schools every day, being there for me. When I had nobody, I felt alone. I had that role model that that was there every time of the second, no matter when I called. So I just wanted to be that same type of light. Um, Honestly, anything that you could think of. I was a real gremlin out here. You feel me? I was downtown Seattle. I was in the South End, South Seattle, Central District, West Seattle. I was everywhere of Seattle town business, stomped down, 10 toes down every time for my city, struggling, homeless, with only the support of my community, which is a small selected group, and you got to keep it going. So, what else? Um, in the next 10 years, I see myself having a drop-in center, so kind of like a boys and girls club type of environment. What's next for Juliana? That was a great one. You guys just added that in. Um, what's next for me? I am currently enrolled at Highline College, studying registered nursing critical care. My overall goal is to become a doctor, so I'll be transferring to UW, go dogs, you feel me? Uh, another 2 years to get my doctoral degree and growing my business. I'm just a people person in general, so I just see myself growing into a phenomenal, beautiful, thick woman. Clock it. Okay. And what else?
Leave a couple words for the community.
um. Okay. I've been saying Uncle Trey. I've been saying Doctor's gonna say too. My mom just came here. You know, my mother. Um. I before giving my shout out to the community, I want to give my praises and my flowers to my mother because being on my own, you know, and so alone, having this journey that we, I grown the best relationship with my mother. She is now my best friend, the whole world, and I wouldn't change that for nothing. And I wanted to give my thanks for dealing with my crazy ass, you know. But shit, you know, shit. I got two crazy parents, you know. Apple don't fall too far from the tree, but we elevate into greatness. Now, that's from my mom. I love you always. Now, Uncle Trey. Uncle Trey. Uncle Trey been here, man. Uncle Trey was like when I felt like I lost it all, like you know, like I had nobody in my corner. You were the goofy, you know, young niggas. I was just like, man, what are you doing, Juju? What are you doing out here, man? Like you know, just like always, like you just always supported. Like I didn't. I felt like everywhere I turned, Uncle Trey was right there. Like you know, like I couldn't get too, like I couldn't crash out the way I wanted to crash out. He was here, you know, and anytime that I called on him, it didn't matter where I was, like what I was doing, you know, what time of the night, you know, Uncle Trey would be there to pick me up, you know, to hear all my fucked up stories. You know me? Watch me pound out a few people, you know, stop it, saved a few people, hell, you know, and like my father, you know, and I appreciate you. I look up to you, and you being here the way you did really inspired me to be that person for everybody else. I was like, you know, and Cortez, even though you're not here, my dog too. I think, but you guys was great. You know, you guys are my people, my family. It's not, and it's what you need. And bang bang, bang bang, Benjamin. When I first lost my cousin, rest in peace, Dante, you know, Forte. Um, he was murdered, and my family and I went down rough path, and I once again found myself going down that dark hole, you know, and for some reason, God sent someone, you know, from the circumstances that you were in, you know, and from my mom once again buying us clothes, the movie. Shout out to the movie. We always dipped out in different places, jumpsuits, everything. So my mom always was really great and supportive. And during the time that my cousin passed, I was like, man, I need some uniforms for these kids that I just hired. You feel me? I got like 6 kids right now. You feel me? I can only afford, you know, whoop, but who I gotta get in contact with? Call his mom, call his people, call around. You feel me? I need his number. Tell him to call me. Like you feel me? it's nothing. You already support the clothing line now. Put me on. Put my cousin on my brand, on my clothing line, so he's always with me. And I honestly want both of you guys to say a few words saying that I appreciate it. That's how I meant to do it. Yeah. And
I was gonna ask you a couple questions.
That's how I'm gonna end it, and that's gonna be that. That's the camera.
Camera's right here. Yeah.
All right, cool.
I think I can put.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. I don't need to do that. That's fine.
Yeah,
Don't do
man.
too much. Know what to look.
Yeah. So, introduce yourself and introduce yourself. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, where you came from.
All right. My name's Trey O's. I'm from the Central District of Seattle, Washington. I'm an all-around community member. I've been an advocate for young people in the community for the past 15 years.
How did you come about being on it? How did you get
Oh, Juju, man. Oh, man. Man, Juju had to be either late elementary school or just start middle school when I first met her. Man, I just remember her. I was working at an organization, and I just remember her running around. Good old Crescent Point days. Juju was running around causing havoc. Man, I ain't even gonna front. Like, it was a lot. She was two handfuls. But like for some reason, like I seen something in her that wasn't on the surface. Like it wasn't just like, oh, this is just an angry young girl. This was like there's something going on, and she don't trust nobody, so she's gonna keep putting on this tough girl act. And one day we had a conversation, and I remember my son's mom at the time had joined the conversation, and Juju just broke down, started crying, and then from that point forward, like Juju was just rocking since, and I've been Uncle Trey ever since. Like she was going to dim it, and I'd come up to dim it when she got into it. I'd advocate for it with her teachers. I'd get into it with be the mediator between her and her mama. Man, it was so much. It was so much, man. Like from Juju would get into something, and they would call me like I enrolled her in the school. So I have to come up to the school now. And then I call Tila, who's her mama, and Tila be like, Trey, you go handle that. I'm done with this. Hey, you got that. So like now I gotta go to the school. Like, but all in all, like I always knew she was a bright star. She was a genius. Like there were situations that happened. I remember one time, I had got into it with the police behind Juju because they tried to question her little sister. There was a big fight that happened. Her sister had nothing to do with it. They tried to question her sister. Juju jumped in as the older sister should and just, nope, get out of here. We're not answering no questions. The police tried to talk to Juju, but she was a minor at the time. So I jumped in, and I'm kind of having a back and forth with the officers just about like, you're kind of out of line. Like there's no parent or guardian representation for the child. And man, I done been through a lot. So when Juju was talking earlier about a lot, I done been through a lot with Juju, man, over like the years. But I always knew she was bright. I always knew she was a star. I always knew she had a good head on her shoulders. I just always tried to guide her and make sure that she understood that she had a good head on her shoulders. And even when her and her mom was going through their trials and tribulations, I will always tell Juju, like, when you become an adult, you'll understand a lot more of what your mom is dealing with than you do now. I understand right now you don't get it, but like she said earlier, like now her and her mom are best friends, and that is just beautiful for me to see. Like there was one time I kept trying to get in contact with Juju. It was an old number, and her mama must have posted something on Facebook. I said, where's she at? Tell her to call me, please. I've been looking for her. And she was like, oh, she's doing good and everything. So just always try to maintain that connection. When I remember she moved into her apartment, she's like, Unc, I got my first apartment. Oh, I got a couch for you. I got a table for you too. You need it, I'll bring it right over. I'm gonna come politic with you. So like just to see where she's at now is tremendous. Like I'm not even gonna talk about all the fights and all that, but this is like progression at its finest. Like this is one of the reasons why I do the work that I do, because as you can see the impact that I've had on somebody from when they was that young, and the way that I know I just try to put my best foot forward. And I'm not gonna lie, it was stressful. I got some grades from it, a lot of grades from it, but it all like it shows the fruit of the labor that I put in. When you put into the community like it'll show you that you're doing the work. The questions?
I got a question. Like,
Mm-hmm. Oh man, Juliana. Man, Nisi Poo. I've always told you that you bright. You always have time and time again overcame whatever obstacles were in front of you. I never forget meeting you here the first time and you was like, Unc, I started my own thing. And you gave me a business card and I was like, okay, call me. If I can help, I will. And never shied away from making me proud. Never shied away from making anyone proud. And I always want you to make sure that you're making yourself proud. You're a beautiful young lady. Like even with you talking about your next steps and go dogs and getting your doctorate, you're like, look, I'm at Highline right now, but watch, I'm gonna be Dr. Washington in a minute, and I absolutely know that you will be. I absolutely know that you will be. I don't want you to ever shy away from it. I understand that distractions come in many shapes and forms, but always stay focused. And you've been distracted before, but you never let your eye off the ball. And I'm forever, forever proud of you. And I love you for real. Other questions? Anything else? Man, yeah, for the community, I want everybody in the community. I want to, man, shout out to the community as a whole, the different organizations that's actually doing the work and doing what we need to do to plant seeds in our young people. For all the young people out there, life is bigger than the block. It's bigger than Facebook. It's bigger than the internet. Don't crash out over something that is so minuscule in the grand scheme of things. Go travel. Go see life. Go experience things. Go put your feet in some of that blue water that's on the coast of Mexico. Go do some things like that. Trust me, everything that you feel like you're missing out on, it's going to be here. When you try to go crash out, when you had that thought, people that's in your corner right now, they ain't going to be there 18 years later when you sitting in one of them sales and you needing a pack, you know, or you need some stores, or you need a phone call, or you need a letter. They're not going to be there. Trust me. Who is going to be there is the people that you put things into, that love that you give out. It's always going to return itself. To the community, we want to all start looking out for one another. As you can see, it is hard work. And we do got our own things going on, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And there will be things that happen on the way that show you that what you're putting in is absolutely worth it. If you want a better community, you got to make sure that you're being your better self. You got to put into it. That's what I got.
Nobody talking to Hold on, let's move this around.
Yeah. Introduce yourself for the people.
My name is Juju. I'm the CEO and founder of the movement. My name is Benjamin Khalil. I'm the CEO and founder of the Movement Apparel. I don't know, nigga, you know. You got a being in here, so get a buff. Nigga, fucking something up.
Tell us a little about your come up, you saying,
At which stage, at which part? Because, like, this journey has been crazy, man. And, like, it's been crazy, and, like, it's just now getting better. Like, when you say that, come on, like, if you're speaking about the brand, I started my clothing brand in about April of 2021. I was incarcerated. I got a cell phone, LG K40. When I was incarcerated, like, my homeboys, we was in there, like, everybody in the joint, everybody wants some money. Everybody want to come up. People do what they need to do to get some money. Right then and there. I had a strange inclination that if I kind of, I guess, took places and patience and build something for myself, it would pay off later on. And that's why we're here today, my clothing brand.
How have you impacted your life?
I met Juliana because of her mom. I remember her mom reached out to me one day. She said about the uniform. Her daughter wanted to get some clothes made. Like, everybody's in those Juliana. I call her J. I remember like there was a mock up one time on like on her uniforms specifically. I put J Dub. She was like, everybody don't call me that. Nobody knows who that is. So I had to go rechange the design and everything. Like, but her mom hit me up because her mom had been supporting me just off the well, she seen a particular item I had created online one day. And she came and bought it. She met my mom. And it was hella funny when she came and met my mom. She met my mom. My mom took a picture of her with Sheila. She texted me and said, "Please don't post that picture," right? Because my mom is notorious for like, if you come spin, she's gonna take a picture of you, right? She put it on there. So after Juliana, mom, I got in contact with her. You guys know Juliana. You know her, about she wants what she wants, how she wants it. She don't care. It's kind of she pushes the line, right? She doesn't have patience. She wants it right now, and she doesn't care. But like throughout that course of me talking to her, it probably took a couple months for us to develop the uniforms. But I'm like, Juliana, you can't just buy two uniforms. Like, go over here. You have to do it this way. Well, how much money I need? It doesn't matter. Like this is what we do. There were some issues with like the design that she had for youth growth and development of Seattle. And I was like, I can't do nothing with the design. She's mad. Well, I want it. They told me to come here. You should be able to get this done. Well, I can't. Well, look, I can only but do so much. How about this, Juliana? How about we recreate the design? I take what you have, and we can take this and we can apply it into something different. And she did. And one of the dope things that I love about the design is at the top where the power is going in, there's electricity because we all need power in this thing, right? And one of the dopest things that even having her attention at that time where I could work with her and share some of the things that I'm just now learning was she was going through a tragedy of losing a cousin. And I think in our community, we're all, gun violence doesn't, like, I think we all experience it. It doesn't go from one person to the next, whether it's your cousin, friend, mother, like we all experience it. This is somebody she lost that was extremely close to her. So I told her the best ways to memorialize him is for you to get your shit together, and I have a surprise for you. So like when her uniforms came, I made sure that her cousin did. What did it say on the sleeve? The 4T? Yeah, kept it real subtle, but we know what time it is.
Any or shout out to for anyone?
I want to give a shout out to you. Like the reason I want to give a shout out to you is because um, it's one thing sometimes when you're coming through your journey, right? It's one thing you're doing. One thing to think, I think there's different phases. You think of certain thoughts and the dreams depending on where you're at, right? But to bring those dreams into fruition, to existence, into right now, to make those dreams current, it takes a special person to do that. And whatever it is, only you know what it is, but you have to keep tapping into that, right? Like get a little bit hungry than you were the first day. Get a little bit, like do a little bit more, like push yourself. Like me personally, I believe in the impossible. So if I can't do it, that's what I want to do. And I strongly, strongly suggest you stay tapping into it, especially if you know the damn thing you can do, for sure.
Shout out.
Nah, we here for her. We
All
don't
right,
have to do all that.
hold on. Any words you want to leave for the youth out there? Encouragement?
Um, for the youth, man, I'm just now getting back home from a lengthy incarceration. And our youth are rich led, bro. And then it's so crazy. Like I had a group of OGs to lace me, give me rules, regulations, scripts, something to stick to, something to do. They didn't have as much knowledge or information as today these times possess. They didn't have these devices to tap into and figure out a new way to go about old things, right? Our youth right now, man, I strongly suggest that you guys learn the difference between a choice and a decision. The choice is the menu, right? When you go to Denny's, whatever you get, no omelets, no eggs, whatever, that's the choices. What you order, when you put it in, say, this is how I want it, that's the decision, right? But imagine going somewhere and ordering some food and you don't know what your menu looks like and you just say, give me a number three. You have no clue what a number three is. That's the way some of you guys are making your decisions. I strongly, strongly, strongly suggest that you guys really think some things out. Sit down, be patient, listen to the people that are around you guys telling you guys things because they're not lying to you guys, right? And truly, truly invest in yourself. If you guys are on these devices, quit looking up who slid this, who did this, what this is. Look up how does a 16-year-old become a millionaire? Look up the 16-year-olds that have become millionaires and you might find yourself inspired. Let's do something great. Happy with me. I'm here with y'all. Y'all can call me. It's good.